So, picture this: illegal oil labs popping up like mushrooms after a rainstorm, stealing crude oil from pipelines and turning it into low-quality fuel, the kind that fuels the engine of cocaine production. It's like a not-so-funny game of Jenga, where one wrong move leads to a domino effect of crime and drug trafficking. Truly, it's a dangerous cycle that takes a toll on everyone involved, except maybe the oil thieves. They seem to be having a blast. Now, despite Colombia's best attempts to kick its cocaine habit, it still holds the crown as the world's leading cocaine producer. It's like that stubborn stain on your favorite shirt that just won't come out, no matter how hard you try. Decades of anti-drug efforts have only seemed to tangle the web of crime further, showcasing just how complex this whole drug trade situation really is. The government faces continuous challenges, kind of like trying to brush your teeth while eating a burrito, just messy. And here's the kicker: local communities find themselves risking life and limb working in these illegal industries, all in the name of economic necessity. It's like running a marathon with a bear chasing you. Law enforcement can't catch a break. When the police try to raid these operations, it's like a game of hide and seek, but no one really wins. Safety is hardly the name of the game in this situation. But wait, there's more. Enter patagrillo, which sounds like the name of a spicy dish but is actually a nasty concoction of unused fruit and refined gasoline that wreaks havoc on the environment and wildlife. It's the kind of pollution that makes Mother Nature weep. The contamination doesn't just affect the land, it also seeps into water sources, which, let's be honest, is not ideal if you're trying to stay hydrated after a long night studying, or partying. Moreno and his team have played the role of environmental superheroes, successfully destroying many illegal labs. Yet, hundreds are still out there, lurking like the last slice of pizza at a party. These remaining labs pose ongoing threats to both local ecosystems and communities, making cleanup efforts in the dense jungles a bit like finding a needle in a haystack, if the needle were on fire and the haystack was also a jungle. Speaking of danger, let's talk about the workers in these illegal refineries, like a guy named Travel. No, not like your buddy who travels to Cancun every spring break. These folks are faced with life-altering injuries and hazardous working conditions thanks to a serious lack of safety protocols. You know it's bad when your job safety manual is just a sticky note that says, "Don't get hurt." They're often caught in the spiral of economic necessity, leaving them with few options. Then there are the coca farmers, like our friend Francisco, who have been in the game for decades because, let's be real, there aren't exactly booming job opportunities in remote areas. It's a bit like trying to find Wi-Fi in the middle of a desert. This deep-rooted reliance on coca farming keeps the drug trade alive, and breaking free from it is easier said than done. It's like trying to quit Netflix when you've just discovered a new series. In efforts to tackle this issue, the Colombian government rolled out a crop substitution program in 2016. Unfortunately, it turned out to be about as effective as a chocolate teapot, with many families not receiving the promised support. This left countless farmers in a lurch, staring at their empty fields and wondering where the viable alternatives went. Spoiler alert, they didn't show up to the party. To top it all off, we have Gustavo Petro pushing for cocaine legalization, which sounds like a radical episode of Survivor, Colombia. However, he faces serious resistance from the US, which is all in on anti-drug operations.
So, reform in coca farming?
Yeah, it's about as likely as spotting a unicorn at the next frat party. The complexities of international relations coupled with local drug trade issues create a tangled mess that requires some serious untangling.